Good morning, I'm Brian. I like rocks, and for the talent show, I'm going to polish a Petoskey stone. These are some of the many rocks that I have polished and played with in the past. This is going to be the subject for polishing today. This is a Petoskey stone, fished out of Lake Huron up in Michigan. This was once alive. It's colony coral, and it's 350 million years old. It has some fairly deep little indentations, notches, holes in it. I'm probably going to leave those because to grind away enough rock to make it completely smooth there would reduce the size of the stone considerably. I can always go back and redo the stone if I change my mind. But here's what it looks like before polishing. This is a rock tumbler, hard at work. We'll shut it off to make it a little quieter around here. This is a Cab King machine. This is what I'm going to be using to do most of the work to make that stone shiny. It has 6 diamond wheels on it, progressively finer grits starting 60, 100, 280, 600, 1200, 3000 grit. And that only gets us part way. The final polishing will be done on a cloth wheel. And now water is flowing to the coarsest wheel, the 60 grit. Here's the stone after grinding off the roughest exterior, getting it smooth some. There's still some pits in it. We'll go to the next hard diamond wheel, the 100 grit, and refine this considerably. Here's a 100 grit diamond wheel. Here's the stone after refining it on the 100 grit. You notice that it has a number of facets and it's not real smooth yet. We'll get there in a minute. You can see I left the deepest depressions in it. I did on the second stone remove a couple of the ones on the top to get a nicer finish up there. We'll next move to a similar machine. We're now going to switch to this machine, which is right next to the Cab King. It's similar to the Cab King. It has an expanding rubber wheel that takes diamond belts, and it's relatively soft, which works really well for smoothing and rounding a rock, as well as making it smoother and shinier. This machine has a 140 grit belt installed on it. Doesn't seem like much of a change from 100 grit, but the nature of the soft rubber wheel and this particular belt, it actually is a much more refining step. Here's the stone after the 140 grit step on the expanding rubber wheel machine. You can see it's a lot better rounded than it was. I'm going to dry it off here so you can see it in a dry state again. Here is the stone dried off. You can see it's not very shiny yet. We'll get there in a minute. There's a little moisture that transferred from my hand on the bottom. That's drying out. And it gets assessed at this state. There's a couple spots you can see here that need a little more work. They've got some deep scratches from the earlier steps. One of the reasons for drying the stone is those show up a lot better, and I can see where touch-ups are needed. So I'm going to go back to the 140 grit and give this a little touch-up. Here we are after the touch-ups, and those white spots and the scratches that were missed on the first go-round have been removed. One more step on these machines. We'll now go back to the Cab King and to the third wheel here, which is 280 grit, and we'll refine the surface with this wheel. This is also a softer wheel. These first two are solid, have no give to them. This is a resin-backed wheel, which has some flex to it, much like the expanding rubber wheel that was just used. And here's the stone after refining it on the 280 grit. I'll dry it off so you can see what it looks like. Here is the stone after drying it off. It is extremely smooth to the touch, silky almost. Looks quite a bit better than how it started out, but still isn't shiny. And here's the finished stone. Looking quite a bit different than it started out. Still has that depression in it. As I mentioned, grinding enough stone away to get rid of that depression would have made the rock considerably smaller. And I may change my mind down the road and grind that away anyway, redo the stone. But it's normally going to be displayed with this side up and sitting on this as the bottom, so that depression would be hidden when the stone is displayed that way. Here's the before, and here's after polishing.